Today, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Motion man right is Rice. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Arizona defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week: 13 carries, 52 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He finds his man, complete. It's Tyler. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one here, caught by McBride. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The numbers from McBride a week ago. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Touchdown! Marvin Harrison Jr. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A give right side for Pacheco. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Tyler. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They're going to look to throw. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run here with a rookie. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Chiefs defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL against the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's still on his feet. But he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Montez Sweat. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
He's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible, incredible force.
Sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he continues to add on to his amazing touchdown total on the ground. That is number 25 for him on the year as he moves ever closer to the all-time record. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time a 6-play drive and a long run there in the end to top it off. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Mahomes now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Tyler. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On first down, right back to Benson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Another run here with Benson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give. Here comes Benson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out of and right up the middle.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DJ Dallas, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
2nd and 9 now. He's got McBride here over the middle.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This now a 3rd and 4. A handoff here to Benson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Okay, ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second and 4. And oh, he coughed it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Adonai Mitchell, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Bills trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the give, it's Benson. Able to fight through one tackle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Benson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Tyler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A handoff now for Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. To their big tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Tyler. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 137 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, it's Benson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the give, it's Tracy. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think, with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. A give up the middle with Benson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. To get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run over center with Benson. He'll get this down to the 38. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Tyler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, number 28 on the year, just a remarkable number as he draws level with a Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson for the most in NFL history. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Mahomes to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tyler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second down, here's Tracy. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Back to throw here. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Cards are going to get it back here just past the 35. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Back to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll drop to throw. Out to his left. Able to shake him off. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead,
and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead.
Sometimes offensive... You get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. They'll look to throw here. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Mahomes firing complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st down, Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes over the middle and completes a Shaheed. Now 3rd down and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now down to 20. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today. If you